think so. You've done one before, yeah? At Hythe. Oh yeah, when you just scored 4 goals that day, right?
Man, that was silly. That was so shit. How did that? Do you know what I mean?
Skill.
Worst debut.
Skill. You had a game today against Leatherhead, I understand, and there was a bit of a celebrity opponent in the team, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about that?
Okay, it was Petrchek's son.
Referee just checking with the 2 linesmen and the 2 goalkeepers that everyone's ready. And we're off and underway at Colston Avenue. But here's Carshalton. Adeniyi with one of his outside the boot trademark lofted balls for Raheem Sterling Parker to get in on. Crosses it in. It's not a bad cross, but no one's in there. Bradford arrived far too late. And Dudley with the clearance. Just helped on by Hamilton Downs now. Adeniyi takes the sting out of the ball and brings it down and tries to get Sterling Parker away again. It looks like he's got the measure of Michael Turner in the right back spot. He's got it on his right and he's won his side a corner. Turner just stood his ground. Came bursting from outside the box to head in. He's starting at the back post this time. It goes into the near post and it's blocked almost on the line by a man in blue. Bradford gets a second chance and lost it back into Dudley at the back post, but he's on the stretch and he can't get nothing on it. Carshalton have to build again with Price, who looks to dink this one in. He's looking for the run of Peter Adeniyi and good clearance by Ryan Johnson, the Hythe Town captain. He had to be alert to that. Bradford's going to put Webster under pressure. Now Adeniyi's got the ball 30, 35 yards from goal and he's looking to feed Raheem Sterling Parker, who's good, tries to bend it into the far corner and it's unlucky there for the number 9. I think the pass just had a little bit of lack of pace on it, but he still managed to get on it on his right, and because he was cutting in from the left, he tried to bend it into the top far corner, but it just put a little bit too much onto it. Here's Campbell now, looking to switch the ball over to Dos Santos. Good header by Dudley, but the ball breaks for Ansah. He's got 20 yards from goal. He has a shot, but he didn't really catch it, the Hythe number 9. He's only got Dos Santos for support. Palmer coming up now on the far side. Here's Dos Santos. He gets it back into Ansah. It's good forward play by the 2 Hythe Town centre forwards, but good slide and challenge by Morath-Gibbs and poor pass by Peter Adeniyi. Here's giving Campbell a chance to launch one from 20 yards. Good blocking by Morath-Gibbs, but the ball goes out for a corner, the first for Hythe Town. Koroma jockeying with Chapman, and the big centre forward rides 1 challenge and 2 challenges, and Adeniyi's got the ball at his feet now. He's got Sterling Parker on his left. It's faced up by 3 men in blue. It's a little dink through and no one read it. Carshalton still just slightly shading it, but Town have had a good spell this last 5 minutes. Johnson, he's inadvertently flicked that into the path of Sterling Parker, who's got Turner for company. The pair are wrestling each other and the referee's giving it against the Carshalton man, much to the incredulation of the home side supporters. Both players looked like they were pulling at each other, to be fair, and Sterling Parker managed to just shake his marker off, but the referee had already blown and the chance had disappeared. Adeniyi just asking the referee if he's sure about that decision, and the big centre-back wins the header, but Koroma's done well to nick the ball off of Webster, and now Bradford has got an opportunity to tee up Bobby Price. It's his unfavoured left foot. He cuts back on his right from 20 yards. Good block by Kinnear, and now Palmer can control the ball and try and bring it away with Turner. Poor from Turner, he just gives it to Cheadle, who knocks it back forward, and the referee has given a free kick to Carshalton, not quite sure for what. Jordan Cheadle powers it into the Hythe Town box. It takes a bounce and Dudley to the back posts. Just couldn't guide his header on target. He's always on the stretch. Good run by the Carshalton number 5 though. He's doing rather well for himself, which is pleasing to see. But that's it in terms of goals, and Koroma now looking to break the deadlock here at Colston Avenue. He's pulled the ball back from the byline and it's behind Sterling Parker, and there was no one else there coming from the Carshalton midfield, so Hythe Town now can bring the ball away with Palmer as a neat little step over and feeds it into the feet of Ansah, who's dropped short. Now here's Kinnear into Webster, who's joining the attack on the near side. Gives it to Campbell, who wasn't rather expecting the pass, but he's kept it from going out, and he feeds it into Dos Santos, who holds the ball up and tries to dink it into Ansah, who's got through here. It's on his left foot. Great challenge by Morath-Gibbs, and the ball just breaks for Bishop to come and gather. Neat little interplay by the two Hythe Town strikers there. Cheadle dinks it for Raheem Sterling-Parker, who's got the better of Turner this time. He's got a bit of space. Can he deliver across? Cuts it back onto his right. He's inside the box. He goes for goal! Raheem Sterling-Parker breaks the deadlock. Carshalton Athletic 1, Hythe Town 0, and he's back. He's been out for around a month with injury, but Sterling-Parker there. It's his 14th goal of the season, and my word, what a great strike. He cut in on his right foot on the far side of the box and just bent it around Godmon into the bottom far corner to make it Carshalton Athletic 1, Hythe Town 0. 33 minutes on the clock, I make that.
And the goal only 30 seconds.
So, the referee rather gets in the way of Chapman, and Carshalton can break now. Koroma just over halfway, but he holds the ball up, and Adeniyi feeds it to Price. Price inside to Koroma. Back to Price. He's got in behind Webster. It's a low pass, and Webster just bit back and managed to get a toe end on that, so it'll be a corner to Carshalton. Adeniyi's in there as well, so all the big boys. Koroma sniffing around inside of the 6-yard box. Town will have to be on their toes. Here comes the delivery. Oh, Godmon's missed it. Adeniyi's lofted it back he tried to just loft it back in with his side foot. Hamilton Downs wins it in the air, but Chapman gets his foot on it, and that's a wasted pass again. So many of those. And then Cheadle does the same, and Town are on the attack now, midway inside the Carshalton half with Palmer, who's got Sterling-Parker and Cheadle for company, but he still digs a cross out from deep. That's a great goal! What a header by Jason dos Santos. Palmer done ever so well on the far side to dig out a cross, and it was a flying header by dos Santos about 7-8 yards out. He got in between Dudley and Morath-Gibbs, and Carshalton were in the lead for 2 minutes. That's his 10th goal of the season for dos Santos since joining from Corinthian Casuals. Carshalton were in the lead for no more than 3 minutes there. Ball breaks for Ansah again. He's faced up by Aziaya, but Webster's come up in support, and he's fizzed it into the feet of Kinnear, who's blast one, and he's hit the ball. It took a deflection off of Hamilton Downs, but wow, what a shot from Chris Kinnear even. He was 20-25 yards out, and Hamilton Downs just done enough. He got a slight nick on that, threw himself in the path of the shot, and Billy Bishop was diving, but the ball took a slam off the crossbar and goes out for a corner. Number 10, he gives it out wide to Turner, who's supporting the attack. Sterling-Parker's back there doing a defensive job, but Turner digs out across looking for Ansah, and it's flicked off the head of Morath-Gibbs. Price has to complete the clearance, and Kinnear's gone down. It's a free kick. He was looking for a spot kick there, I think, Kinnear. Aziaya protests his innocence. Tommy Bradford can't believe it either, but I think Kinnear did swan dive a little bit, looking for the extra yard to give the referee something to really think about inside the penalty box, but the referee's given a free kick to Hythe Town, and he's telling all the Carshalton players to just back off. He's made his mind up. Palmer's got his hands on the ball. Campbell's there as well. It was a good burst forward by Kinnear, just looking to get on the loose ball. There's a little bit of hesitancy in the Carshalton defence, and Aziaya just caught him a little bit, but as I say, he made a meal of the dive from where I'm sitting. But anyway, a free kick to Hythe Town right on the edge of the Carshalton box. Billy Bishop's got 5 in the wall. Price, Adeniyi, Dudley, Hamilton Downs and Aziaya. There's a sea of blue shirts in there as well though, so Bishop's going to have to deal with this. It is Palmer, and he's bent it wide at the far post. Just tried to catch Bishop off guard. Town building on the far side with Webster, Turner to take the throw in. Cheadle's just going to let that run out, but the referee signals for the end of the first half, and it is Carshalton Athletic 1, Hythe Town 1. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Carshalton Athletic 1, Hythe Town 1. So you're all welcome, and the football's certainly hotting up, even though the temperature is dipping here at Colston Avenue, and it's Hythe Town on the attack with Palmer, who feeds dos Santos on the apex of the Carshalton box. He's driven in, and he's got Cheadle backpedaling. Oh, he's done him, and he put the ball in. He's fired it into the near side netting. he would have done better maybe trying to pull that back across the 6-yard box. Town, on the other hand, are looking for 2 wins on the spin after beating South Park 3-2 last week. And Adeniyi's done well there. I'll break off because he's strode forward in the midfield possession and giving it out wide to Bradford, who's faced up by Dickenson. He's got inside the box and puts it across for Koroma. Oh, it just comes off of his standing foot. And the ball rolls through to Godmon, who just gratefully takes it. The ball gets cleared up to halfway, so Sogbanmu with a big head flicks it on. Koroma looking to do the same. Now Sterling Parker, has he got the legs of the defence? He has, he's got in here. It's a great save by Godmon, and the ball ricochets off the number 9 and goes out for a goal kick. Koroma and Sogbanmu both done well to flick the ball on, and Sterling Parker's pace got him beyond 3 defenders. Anyway, here comes Turner. He's picked the pocket of Sterling Parker, and him and Palmer look to work something on the right. Palmer cuts inside to Ansah, who dummies it for Santos, and he gets a return pass, but Bishop read it well out to claim, and it was a good little interplay between the 2 Hythe Town strikers, however. Couldn't guide it goalwards, and Tommy Bradford's prevented it from going out, and it's a great ball into the feet of Sterling Parker. Oh, but Chapman just got his foot on it, and the ball broke for Johnson to hoist it up to halfway, and Adeniyi just guides it into Sterling Parker, who swaps passes with his player manager, and he's got Turner for company again. He's cut inside the box, he's along the byline, he picks out Bradford, he's by the penalty area, tries to tee up Sogbanmu, but the side-footed shot didn't have any power, and the linesman's risen his flag anyway for offside. Frustrating for the home sides, but positive from Carshalton again. It was a good ball from Adeniyi to get Raheem Sterling Parker away down the left-hand side, and him and Bradford built by the penalty spot. Chapman instead, who goes out wide to Campbell, who's only got Price for company. Price backpedaling, he's got to get a challenge in. Goes past Aziaya, and Price is still there, harrying and hounding, and it's Kinnear into Campbell again, and it's Palmer's got an opportunity to shoot from 18 yards, just wide of the far post. Carshalton can't afford to give the Hythe players that sort of time on the ball. He's not allowing each side to pick too many pockets, but I do feel like there could be a winner, but I couldn't tell you which way it's going to come. To Santos again, he's onside this time. He's got plenty of space to drive into the box. Hamilton Downs has come across the cover, and he's just, again, didn't put his foot through the ball. Referee's given a goal kick, so he just run out of play. He looked like he just sort of square passed it into Bishop, but here's Koroma for current Robins. And Bradford now, he's faced up by Chapman, so he has to turn back inside, and he drives forward looking for the run of Adeniyi, who's through. He's got an opportunity, a great save by Godmon. Bradford, he's gone down, it's a penalty to Carshalton. Penalty kick to Carshalton. Godmon chopped Bradford down as the pair contested the loose ball, and the referee's called the goalkeeper over. The Carshalton fans want a red card. The Hythe Town defenders are surrounding the goalkeeper. We've had 72 minutes and high drama here at Colston Avenue now. Penalty kick to the Robins, and the referee wants to speak to Godmon, who's gone back on his line. He's preparing to take the spot kick, hoping to miss. Just a booking for the goalkeeper. Omar Koroma's picked the ball up. We've got less than 20 minutes here. It was a great through ball from Bradford to get Adeniyi in, and Godmon, to be fair, done well to just block with his legs. And Chris Kinnear just rather belatedly leaving the box now. Referee telling him to get on with it. Koroma's put the ball on the spot. Here's Koroma. Steps up and he makes it 2-1 to Carshalton Athletic. Cool as you like. Number 8 for the season. He gets a big hug from Tommy Bradford and Raheem Sterling Parker. Jordan Cheadle as well. That's his 8th goal in Robins Red since coming on loan from Dulwich Hamlet. He was cool as you like. Godmon had no chance. Went the wrong way. And that makes it Carshalton Athletic 2. Hythe Town 1. In it goes now. He's drifted it in rather flat. Johnson's nodded it back across, and Adeniyi was there just to head the ball back from whence it came. And Town tried to build again. That's a poor touch by Chapman, and now Bobby Price can bring the ball over halfway. He's got Koroma. He's just offside. Oh, he should have delayed his run just by another second. He would have been through. From Cheadle into the feet of Korboa, who's got a second chance now to get at Johnson, and he gets inside the box, and he's round one, he's round two, it opens up for him a little bit. Great challenge by Johnson. He managed to get back and just get a foot in the way of the ball. Broken for Korboa, who's got a bit of space to launch it into Aziaya, who's on the break. He's got Korboa in the middle, completely free. It's a good deep cross, and Korboa on the chest and brings it down. Tommy Bradford! Oh, great save by Godmon. But the danger's not over for Hythe yet. Bradford still got it on the edge of the 18-yard box, and it's a poor pass. Oh, it's been de rigueur for Bradford today, really, but that was a great break from Carshalton. Aziaya in an unexpected right wing position, and he picked out Korboa, who's completely free, and Aziaya's there again. Dickenson has to come across, and Aziaya just keeps the ball alive and gives it all the way back to Price, who just keeps possession. Korboa done well to take the initial cross down, and he didn't have any space for the shot, and he teed up Bradford instead, who'd run in from deep, but Godmon again saved him with his feet, and the rebound was cleared, urging their team to come forward. Korboa was going to tussle with Turner on this one, and he brings it down neatly. It's a great touch by Korboa, and he's got Koroma through now. It's 2-on-1 Koroma. Koroma, a little step over inside the box, and he's dinked it over the top of the bar. Good play by Ricky Korboa on halfway just to bring the ball down, and he got Koroma through. It was 2-on-1 really, but Dickenson just did enough. Koroma wanted to go on his own, but Carshalton come again. Turner gets his foot in there, and the Palmer nutmegs Adeniyi and brings the ball away just over halfway now, and Jordan Cheadle gets done as well. Dos Santos has got the ball on the far side. Aziaya's come across the cover, and he's done well there, the Carshalton number 12, just to get his foot in. It was a good run by Palmer. Webster now out to Campbell. Campbell looks to deliver it in from deep again. They're just loading the box, and Ansah's gone up, and it's a flick header just wide. That's it, it's all over. Another 3 points for Carshalton. Hard-earned 3 points at that. Carshalton Athletic 2, Hythe Town 1. Both sides more than played their part today. It wasn't a classic, but it was end-to-end. But Omar Koroma's penalty with 15 minutes to go, the difference between the two sides. Robins Fans TV, I'm James Barrett-Sterling. I've been joined by two of our usual suspects, Russell and Christian, after the 2-1 result against Hythe Town today. Russell, I'll start with you. What was your take on the outcome?
Well, it's compared to a different game to what we played down there. They had a new manager in, so obviously they're going to come up with new tactics. But it was a hard-fought win today. But I was pleased in the end. But it was very hard. We made very hard work of the game today.
Yeah, Christian, do you think it was going to take something like a spot kick to divide the two teams? It's quite a close, even match, wasn't it?
Definitely. We started the game well, and after we went one up, I think we kind of dropped off the pace a bit, and that kind of allowed them more into the game, and then they kind of scored with this header. And then they were on the ascendancy to the end of the first half, and we as the fans, we were a little bit concerned. The second half we started to pick up a bit more. It was more of an even contest in the second half, but I think when we went forward we were doing well, but maybe we were taking a few too many touches in the final third. But yeah, the spot kick, basically without that I'm not sure what would have happened, so I'm glad we got it.
By Sam Denley, the manager of Hythe Town. Sam, obviously a 2-1 defeat today, but what was your take on the 90 minutes overall?
Well, overall disappointed not to get something out of the game. I thought we was excellent today. I thought it was two good, strong teams having a go, and for me, I thought we at least deserved a point. So disappointed not to get anything, but a promising performance from the lads.
A lot of opponents who come to Colston Avenue say they come with a game plan to stifle Carshalton from playing. Was that something you spoke about, or did you want to just focus on yourselves?
A bit of both, really. I mean, we had a game plan ourselves. We're a footballing side. It's a great surface out there to get the ball down and play, and I thought we'd done that today. We created a lot of chances, particularly second half, and for me, I thought, like I said before, we deserved at least a point out of the game.
It was to go behind must have been disappointing, but to get back on level terms so quickly must have been very good. Good goal from Dos Santos as well. He's banging a few in for you boys, isn't he?
Yeah, listen, they've all been excellent for me. I've only been in 2 games now, but the boys for me have been outstanding. Ryan Palmer again, the assist was superb, and a great finish from Dos Santos. But you know, we go home disappointed we haven't got anything out of the game. Second half I thought was excellent. For me, a soft penalty. I'm told probably marginally outside the box, but I couldn't see it from where I was. But overall, I think we have to take credit and be proud of the boys today. They're putting a good performance against a very strong Carshalton team.
It's good to see Raheem Sterling-Parker back on the score sheet today where he opened the scoring. Russell, what did you think?
Yeah, it's nice to see him back on the pitch after his injury, but he's still recovering, he's still not 100%, but he's coming back into his fitness. It takes a while to get back from an injury, but he done very well today, scored a good goal, so let's carry on. Well, every game now is a cup final for us, so we just got to go every game, let's hope for 3 points every game and go from there.
I've been joined by one of the goal scorers today, Raheem Sterling-Parker. Raheem, just talk to me about the ice pack to start with. Are you still carrying a little niggle from your injury, or?
No, in the warm-up I kind of niggled it a bit. It's a different part of my knee, but in the game as well I got one challenge. It's a little bit sore, but it's alright. A bit of ice, I'll be alright. A few days.
Excellent. Well, a bit of ice. You got emptied the bar, I reckon.
That's how it's going on.
But the goal came from this leg anyway, the ever trustful right boot of Sterling-Parker. But how good did that feel to see that one rattling?
Because I missed my earlier chance before, I kind of said to myself the next one I got to just slow it down a bit, just relax a little bit more, and that's what I did and got the goal.
Yeah, you had quite a good duel with their right back, didn't you, today? The pair of you tussling it out for pretty much the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, he done quite well. I didn't really want to come off, but I had to because of my little niggle, but 3 points is the main thing, which we eventually got.
Yeah, you must be licking your lips in anticipation for the Lewes and then Cray away over the next 7 days.
Yeah, it's going to be a big test for us, but this is the part of the season where you need to be not performing your best and still getting results, which we've done today. And then we go through to Lewes next week, make sure the boys are doing a bit in their bit in the gym and stuff throughout the week. So we're just doing a little bit more than everybody else, which is hopefully will see us through.
And Raheem's a PT by trade, so you're going to be making sure that they do their extra bits?
I'll leave that down to Yov, you know, he likes to send a few texts into the group every now and then, so I'll leave that down to him.
Shout out for Yov, he's the physio here at the club. I've been joined by James, who's one of the directors at Hythe Town. James, just first of all, can I get your thoughts on how this afternoon went?
I thought it was an exceptionally good game. Both teams played well. I think Hythe edged it in the first half, and I know your supporters were particularly worried. We thought we were worth a draw.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think both sides rather cancelled each other out a little bit. Maybe if you just had a little bit more quality up front, could have maybe grabbed another goal.
Yes, I think so. But then the two up front, who are playing very well for us, are not well acquainted yet.
Right.
So they've got to learn to play together a bit more. And generally, we don't normally like plastic pitches, but I thought we played pretty good today on it.
The top two both dropped points today, so we've gained a little ground, Christian. So today's almost that perfect afternoon. We got 3 points and teams around us have dropped some.
Absolutely, we seem to have these sort of times when other teams are dropping points and we either lose or drop points in those times. So today it's a real bonus to actually get this result. It's fantastic, really, and it's hard fought. So makes us feel it makes it feel even more worthwhile. Like that we've really had to work for this and grind it out. So we feel sort of happily knackered as fans, I guess. So
fantastic finish by Santos in the first half.
Yes, an excellent goal that was. Excellent goal. Mind you, your goals weren't that bad either, except the last one, obviously.
And just finally, can I ask you about the situation with Sam Denley taking charge? He's been in the position for about a week or so now. Have you got high hopes for what he can do and bring to the club?
Oh yes, yeah, very optimistic, no doubt about that. We think Sam can do a good job for us, otherwise he wouldn't have been invited. The chairman's done very well there. Not that our previous manager was not popular, he's a well-liked man, but the board thought we needed a bit more result. We were getting too many draws where we should have won. But I think we're happy with Sam.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting just outside the playoffs, and I did read in the press release by the club that the budget's in place for you to be aspiring to be a little bit higher up the league, maybe. So is that the case for Sam as well?
Oh yes. We think we're probably not able to make up at this time because we're 10 points at least adrift of the playoffs, which is a big target. But certainly next year we'll be going for it.
Excellent. We've got Red Against Blue up on the TV right now as well, and I've been joined by one of the young Robins fans. What was your take on the game, first of all?
I think both teams played well. We got a lot of opportunities. They got a lot of opportunities. I think the ref wasn't really on our side. So we were lucky to win, lucky to get the penalty. I think the keeper should have got a red card as he was the last man, and he fouled. Who is it?
Tommy Bradford.
Tommy Bradford. So and Omar took a very good penalty. Raheem scored a great goal, and so I think Carshalton played very well as well as Hythe Town.
Excellent. Well, that's a pretty concise summary of the game. Just remind us again which Carshalton team you play for.
Oranges, under 9 Oranges.
Under 9 Oranges. And you had a game today against Leatherhead, I understand, and there was a bit of a celebrity opponent in the team, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about that?
Okay, it was Perchek's son.
What's his name?
Damien Check.
Okay, and can you give us a ruling on how he played?
He played well, he did a few good saves. Yeah, he's quite good, yeah.
Do you think he can emulate his dad's career?
I don't know, maybe.
Bit too soon to tell.
Yeah.
And how did you get on?
We lost 5-2, but we were unlucky. Yeah.
Spoken like a true football fan. And then we've been joined by another one of our young Robins today. What did you think of that 2-1 win? It was very good, wasn't it?
Very close. Luckily, we got a penalty at the end, what was very lucky. I reckon the goalkeeper should be sent off though.
Well, yeah, quite a few people have said that. He came out and took Tommy Bradford down, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
And what did you think of Raheem Sterling Parker's goal in the first half?
It was amazing. It was one of the best goals in the whole game.
Excellent. Koroma, Omar, can I just ask you, that was a pretty hard-fought win today, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't an easy game. As we go in, every game like that. Do you know what I mean? You know, like nothing's given in these leagues. Like as you can see, other results today like gone our way, but that's why you have to be ready for every game. Really, like you just got to take every game as as a final. Really, from here to end the season.
Yeah. Your penalty came in like the 77th minute, so just before that, did you think, this is going to probably end up a draw, or what did you think?
No, absolutely not. Like we kept believing. That's the good thing about it. We knew that goal was going to come at some point, so we just kept plugging away. I thought the lads were solid today from everyone really. Like I know we conceded a goal, but that's part of the game. But I thought everyone was solid. Everyone was solid from start to finish.
Yeah.
And the fans were brilliant as well. To be fair. It gave us another lift to get going.
Yeah. How was it decided that you took the penalty? Because obviously Mikel left and Jordan was on the pitch, Raheem was on the pinch. And...
not really, to be fair, because obviously last home game I scored a pen, and today, no one really went for it. So I just thought, what, let me just take it. Why not? Just get us in front. Try and get us in front.
Yeah, like everyone seems to have an aversion to taking the penalties at the moment.
Oh, is it? Nah, not really. I don't know. To be fair, I didn't even see that. I don't know. I didn't even see that. But as I said, everyone was great from start to finish, and no one was trying to take the pen. So I just thought, let me just take it and try to put us in front.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. When this fixture came up, like this morning, people might not know, but you made your debut for Carshalton in the away fixture, and this man scored all 4 goals.
Oh, did I?
It's not a bad debut, is it?
That was so bad, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was so
terrible. We thought, who's this?
That was terrible. But as I said, as the first day I came in, they've made it so easy for me. Like, the lads are brilliant. Like, you can see the football we play, like very, very good football. Like everyone just made it easy for me, really. So without my teammates, I don't think I could. Do you know what I mean? Just on my own, I wouldn't score them goals. But they're brilliant.
Excellent. And just finally, some of the fans might not know, but you've had experience in the Premier League and the Championship with Norwich and Portsmouth and teams like that.
Yeah.
So obviously this is a little bit of a drop down for you, but you still enjoying your football?
Absolutely. It's all about playing for me. You know what I mean? Like, know what level you're playing at. Just make sure you're enjoying it. That's what it is. Just make sure you're enjoying it, and don't get big-headed just because you were somewhere else. It doesn't give you the right to be better than anyone. Just when you come in, just try to work hard and do you know what I mean? The result will come.
Yeah.
As you see, like today.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are only just sitting outside the playoff, aren't you? So there's still quite a lot to play for.
We've got loads to play for. Like I said, it's all new for me. It's my second game in charge, and and the boys are working hard. I think we've been outstanding in those 2 games so far. We deserve something out of the game today, but we'll take a lot of pride from the performance today, and we'll look to move on to our next game.
Now, Sam, as he's alluded to, has only been in charge for 2 games, and you're 33 years old, if I'm correct in saying that, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so he must be one of the youngest managers in English football. What appeals to you to taking this sort of job on?
I've always wanted to do it. I had to stop playing at 27 through injury, and I had an opportunity to manage at Herne Bay for 4 years, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But listen, I want to stay involved in football. I enjoy managing, I enjoy playing, but that was cut short. So the natural progression or next step for me was to get into management.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Robins TV, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
No problem. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Right, I'm going to ask each of you one in turn. Russell, talk to me about the trip to Lewes next week. What are your aspirations for that?
Well, it's basically 3 points if we can, but it's going to be a tough game because they want to get revenge back on us because we beat them here at Colston Avenue, so they'll be up for it, we'll be up for it. I've seen good games down there and some bad games down there, so let's just hope we turn up and we go out and go for 3 points. Every game is 3 points the team have got to go for, and we've just got to hope and pray that we give a good performance. If we get a draw, it's not too bad, but we're still it's still in there with them, but 3 points would be a bonus next week.
And then 7 days later we take a trip to Cray Wanderers. Christian, talk to me about that one.
Well, that's going to be a really tough one. They were tough to beat here. Well, not that we beat them, they were a tough match to play. We got the draw out of it, but I did think they were very, very dangerous. The thing is, I mean, a lot of teams, when they come here, it seems the general consensus around the supporters is they come set up here not to lose. The benefit is we're going to these teams' ground, and these teams are going to both, Lewes and Cray, are going to play football, which gives us the opportunity to play football as well, and not just wait to sort of be hit on the counter-attack and things like that. So it's going to be very exciting. I think we're capable of winning. Both teams, have been on good runs, but now they're starting to sort of drop a little bit and lose games and things, and draw games where you'd expect them to win. So I think we've got as good a chance as any, to be honest. We haven't lost in a long time, except for the Herne Bay game and the cup match against Dorking. So I think there's definitely a resilience and definitely a continuing ascendancy there. We're resilient enough to hold off a Phoenix side who could have easily beaten us last week, and today it wasn't the prettiest of games, but we got the result, so it's fantastic. And I think going into those two games, I think we've got a really good chance, and the confidence should be high.